does it mean to be unstoppable?
Charging straight into the action there.
Unstoppable is a celebration of character.
This is the definition of Iron Man as they go up and around.
When all is against you, you keep going.
They find something deep inside him.
When being knocked down is just the moment before you get back up.
That is unbelievable.
When others say you can't, but you know you can. Never give up.
She salutes the crowd and grabs the tape, and what a winner was.
Witness the unstoppable, the Nutri-Grain IronMan and IronWoman series.
Swim, board, ski is the order. We'll go around 2 times. It's all M shape, so they'll go out around 1 cam back to the beach. It's the Nutri-Grain IronWoman series for 21, 22. We're off and away, and the girls charge into the surf, and you can see there's a few waves out the back that are ready to test these girls. We're in once again. Look for the yellow of Lana Rogers, the green, that's the qualifiers for last year, the top-rated girls. The girl in red, Lucy Derbyshire, she is our next-gen qualifier. Pink means they came through the trial, and orange, they're the ones to watch. Olivia Corrin from New Zealand and Ali Bull, the 2-time Olympian, the kayak Olympian, made a comeback. She used to race IronWoman racing. Now she went to the kayaks, went to the Olympics in both Brazil and Tokyo in the boats, and now has come back to her first love here. So watch for her in that ski leg. The girls are off and away, and it looks like Naomi Scott in the centre of the screen there. That's her in the green cap, just diving under this one, has got off to a very, very strong lead already, and expect the likes of Taylor Halliday to work up alongside her, Harriet Brown as well. But Scott looks like she's doing the best of it there, and Tiani Massey on the right hand side in the green. So the young guns early on, the 20-year-olds are doing the best of the business, and they are absolutely flying as they head out through this break for the first time. It's very, very quick off the beach for these girls there, and they haven't really formed into the V that they normally would. They're really, really spread out, so it looks like it's sucking them out to that red can to start. And a couple of those older girls, Courtney Hancock, that's her on the left, starting to push her way to the front. But in the green, in the lead, Tiani Massey. Alongside her, Naomi Scott. Courtney Hancock in third, and then the yellow cap of Lana Rogers working her way through the field here in this opening swim leg. And there's enough waves coming through that first to the can, they're going to get a push, that's for sure. They're going to get something that'll take them back to the beach. I don't know if it'll take them all the way to the sand. And it's Scott, the first race, the first leg. She leads around. Massey there. Lana Rogers in second. Then Courtney Hancock in fourth as they go around. And have a look at the crash and bash around that can. All the way out the back. That's Ali Bull. That's your Olympian in the orange there. Swim is her worst leg. She will openly admit it. But watch her go on the ski. It is like a rocket ship going through there. So she just needs to stay close with these girls. But at the moment, it's Scott and Tiani Massey, Australian junior teams together. They like to train together. Massey's from the Sunshine Coast. Naomi Scott's from just up the road at Manly Beach there. And now Lana Rogers starts to warm into the equation and starts to push up alongside her.
Interesting that they all went for the inside line. Sometimes a couple go around the outside, and there are 2 now that need to catch a wave at the back of this pack.
Yeah, there's a couple little waves pushed through. Couple girls will go down that 1, 2, 3, 4 will push. They'll kick, keep their head down, try and hold on. Lana Rogers holds on the longest, but look out the back. Ali Bull's going to get one. Olivia Corrin's going to get one as well. The wildcards are shaking things up. This will push them through. So the order will definitely shake things up early on in race number 1, but it's still Massey, it's still Rogers. Oh, and on the right-hand side, someone's picked that one up in green. We won't see who it is until she gets to the beach. Great body surfing from these girls to pick that up as they have. They'll duck and dive, and I think Courtney Hancock in pink's done that very, very well. Yes, she has. Hancock stands up in 1. Around goes Lana Rogers. I think that's, yes, Emma Woods. So we spoke about her broken wrist. It doesn't seem to have affected her at all, the young girl from Alexandra Headland. And board is her best leg. So for her to be this far in front in the opening leg, Taylor Halliday works through Naomi Scott as well. So Bill, you spoke about the young guns and the older ones. It looks like the young guns at the moment have got the best of that experience.
And Candice, they're really strung out now. They've all had very different paths back to the beach.
And we're just struggling to get Candice on the beach there as the girls stream around. Brielle Cooper there. Lizzie Wellborn a long way down. Lucy Derbyshire goes in. That's our next-gen athlete. So she qualified last year through the junior series, the best junior we've got on offer and in the entire country. She got a spot in the series as well. And I saw Bella Williams go around. So Bella Williams only got a call up a couple of days ago after Georgia Miller withdrew from the overall series. So she's going around. She's a rookie. Her first time, the girl from Swansea Belmont, and it'll be good to see how she goes as the 19-year-old in this top flight competition. And Lana Rogers, Courtney Hancock 1 and 2 at the moment. It's Rogers in the yellow, Hancock in the pink. Behind her is Woods there and Naomi Scott. So it's a race in 4 at the moment. On the far right-hand side, we can see another one of the girls. That's maybe Taylor Halliday chasing these girls down. She's taken a very different line. Thinks she sees something else that the other girls don't. And picking a line out in conditions like this is very, very important. When those waves come through, they're going to push all that water to the beach. It's got to escape somewhere, and that's how those rips are formed. And some of these girls will find a rip, use it to the best of their advantage, and we can see already how strung out this field is. They are all over the ocean, and Lana Rogers in 1, Courtney Hancock in 2. It looks like Woods and Scott 3 and 4, Taylor Halliday in 5. So very, very strong. 3 girls in green, 1 in pink, 1 in yellow as they go to that final swim can. They'll do the swim, board, ski, and then they'll do it all again. And we can see already how much Lana Rogers is putting the pressure on this field, and they're very, very strung out. There'll be maybe 100 metres between first and last.
Yeah, some of these athletes have got to actually come around and make up extra ground. As they see, big wave this one.
Big fall from the sky from 4 of those girls. One of them missed it. Hancock and Rogers got down it, but it's all a matter of who can hold it. Courtney Hancock, the queen of surf sports, and she's showing why. Unbelievable from her. It's her 16th year in the IronWoman series. She started in 2006. She has an absolute stellar track record. 3 wins, 2 other times she's been on the overall podium. She has done it all. Australian championships, Coolangatta Golds, world titles, you name it. She's done it. She's the queen of surf sports, and she is proving that her reign is not over yet as she leads race number 1 of the Nutri-Grain IronWoman series right here at North Bondi. The girls try and push down another one. Hancock will get something out of this one. How will she get away from them? She just opens the gap again, and it's very tough for these girls to hold through that gutter. There's a bank out the back at North Bondi. Those waves will break. They'll push into the deeper section there. The girls will try and have to hold them all the way through, and then there'll be another bank like they're standing on where they'll be able to pick them up broken. And well, a race in 4 stays a race in 4. And Ali Bull in the background, I think that's Ali Bull. So for her worst leg, she's in 5th place. She could go close to winning this one here, because if you're that high up that early on, it's good signs for the Olympian.
Okay, I think we've got Candice now on the beach as they come in.
Courtney is just up and running now. She will just take pure control over this sand and then grab her board and work really hard through the break. She will want to extend her lead here. She's had an absolute outstanding swim, and we also see Ali Bull just out of the water. This is her worst leg, and she's now just about to go onto the board. She could be anywhere now.
Well, Ali Bull's a good case in point, because you might recall she got smashed on that first turn on the swim leg, and she was near last, if not dead last. And it just goes to show that even though the leading athletes can get a wave and get a break, there's still that chance for the ones behind to catch up. Some of them, though, have been drifting in the currents, and they've had to really work hard to get around those cans.
Absolutely spot on there. Everyone's a chance, especially in that swim leg. That's where you can make up the most. On the board and ski, these girls will get the waves all the way to the beach as Bella Williams and Brielle Cooper make their way through the break. So after leg number 1, it's Hancock, Rogers, Massey, Woods, Bull, Halliday, Harriet Brown in 7, Bella Williams in 8, Brielle Cooper in 9, Derbyshire in 10, and Lily O'Sullivan in 11. What a start. We're leg number 2 of EnduroSurf.
We'll be back on the board after the break. The First of the board legs now in the Iron Women race, the Enduro. Lana Rogers in great shape, but gee, there are a lot, particularly these teenagers, Josh, who are really threatening. Tiani Massey.
Yeah, unbelievable start. Big Sunshine Coast contingent in the top 6, so it's what, 5 of the top 6 from the Sunshine Coast and 4 of those from Alexandra Headland there. So great work from the coach. And look at the push and shove around that turning can. It looks like Naomi Scott, who led early, she got the absolute crunch as they went around. And all these girls are friends, but everything's fair in racing. There was a couple big waves that came through for the back markers on that opening board leg that brought maybe 17 through about 10th all the way back up to our leaders, but it's 1 and 2 at the moment. Lana Rogers on the left from Alexandra Headland, Tiani Massey on the right from Maroochydore. So doing a fantastic job, these two girls, and they're not looking back. They're not worried about who's behind them, who's chasing them. It's Emma Woods, Taylor Halliday and Courtney Hancock behind them. They're really going to work to try and catch our leaders, but Massey was the standout performer last year, and a lot of people said, can she back it up? She was a rookie last year, and I think she rose to the occasion. And some people might have said she might get sophomore syndrome, that coming back the second year might be a little bit tougher, but she is proving everybody wrong and absolutely flying out in front at the moment. A great board paddler and a very strong ski paddler. A famous name in surf sports, Massey. Obviously, Ash, her uncle, was a fantastic competitor, won many Australian championships with the likes of Clint Robinson, and he was a champion, and she is a champion as well. And look at Lana Rogers, that's experience there. She just sneaks up the inside and goes around her, and these two girls know each other very well, but they know all the chocolates are on the table today and every inch counts.
How big's the intimidation factor there in a contest like that?
Oh, Lana Rogers, she's an intense racer, but Tiani Massey, she is a tough nut, and I don't think it's going to matter all that much. Massey's raced these girls at local carnivals. She's raced these girls at the top level last year. She's seeing herself as a contender, that's for sure. And as they work their way home, they've got to go to the right side of that can, and Massey just squeezes her out there. So maybe there's no intimidation at all, and if you can give it to me, I can give it right back. That's what Massey's saying to Lana Rogers. Out the back, there's a few big runners pushing through for these back markers. It looks like Lizzie Wellborn on the yellow board just misses out, and well, 2 will become 5 because 3 girls are going to pick that one up, and it is not small, that is for sure. There's another one behind it. So all of a sudden, Emma Woods comes up alongside her. That's her on the right-hand side. Tiani Massey there in the matching green cap. Who else? Harriet Brown on the yellow board. That's Lana Rogers there. And it may be Emma Woods that's come down that wave. So very, very strong from these girls. No, it's not Woods. It's Courtney Hancock. So hanging in there. Great job from Courtney Hancock. She'll step off, get into that transition, and we'll head around to get onto the ski leg. And Courtney Hancock from Lana Rogers, Tiani Massey, Emma Woods, and then Harriet Brown has worked her way into this one very, very nicely.
That's the experience, the surf skills, that craftiness. She was a little bit behind those leaders, having led at the last transition.
That's exactly right. This is going to be difficult for some of the girls as well. They've grabbed the skis. There's a little bit of shore break. Lizzie Wellborn, Taylor Halliday, Ali Bull goes around. Brielle Cooper's working into this one. She didn't have a good summer, the former champion last year with a knee injury. Watch for her late in the race, and she loves a wave, that's for sure. Danielle McKenzie, she comes through in 10th. Maddie Spencer, Olivia Corrin, Hannah Scully was the big mover there. O'Sullivan, Derbyshire, Pearce, Bella Williams, Naomi Scott, Lily Finardi and Gemma Smith down in last place, so we're not expecting that from the girl who finished 7th overall. The girls work their way out. The first time they'll do the ski, it won't be the last. Oh, Lana Rogers just gets clipped, as the other girls do, and you can see the determination on Lana Rogers' face. She knows she's not looking around, she's not worried about these other girls. She is going to work at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and a couple of the other girls pushing across to try and jump on her wash.
Such a variation in conditions too, though, Josh. We talked about the currents earlier. There's a little bit of that. The waves are all different too. The little snappy, sharp ones. You've got the runners that are just flat, but they still give you a bit of relief.
That's exactly right. And these girls will try and work everything they've got on the way home. They're looking for a big one that'll take them to the beach. But any little lump that comes through, they'll work it as hard as they can. They'll lift the rating, and they'll make sure they get the most out of it. As Rogers leads, Harriet Brown on the yellow ski in 2nd place. Tiani Massey, her ski has the pink nose there. She is in 3rd. Courtney Hancock sitting on her tail as well, and Emma Woods is there. Watch for the big mover here, Ali Bull. She went around in 8th place. She was 18 seconds behind the leaders going onto the ski. I guarantee she will halve that on the way out, and if she gets lucky on the way home, she could come in with our leaders. She is a vastly better ski paddler than most of these girls. She's the world champion. She's the Australian champion. She went to the Olympics for kayak paddling, but is she close enough to catch these girls on her best leg and then survive in the upcoming swim leg?
Well, it depends how much petrol's in the tank. That's the other factor.
That's exactly right. Rogers, we know she's a great endurance athlete. She'll go all day. Ali Bull hasn't done the work. She was in Tokyo. She had a little rest and started her training for the IronWoman series. We can see out the back, she's just gone around the can there on the orange ski. She's still in 8th, I think, but closing the gap, and there's a few lumps out there. So this is where it's going to get interesting. Not only do they have to get these waves, but they have to be able to hold them because they're really standing up and pushing their way through. That's Massey on the left, Harriet Brown on the right. Lana Rogers is out of shot there. Emma Woods is working her way into that. Courtney Hancock's on the pink ski. And here comes Ali Bull. That's her in the orange there. She's working her way in. She's pushing very, very hard. And Lana Rogers has gone to the wrong can. She went all the way out to the right-hand side, so a huge mistake. She'll get a wave here. It won't matter. Oh, no. She's fallen off it. So the girls were only supposed to go around the one can. She's cut all the way across, and that mistake will cost her dearly. Couple of the girls pull off. Oh, Tiani Massey pulls off, not Ali Bull on the right. Ali Bull pushes very hard. Harriet Brown, she's out in front of it. She'll have a good run. Ali Bull's gone off. I gave her the commentator's curse. She's gone backwards, and that's not where you want to be. And the charge of the light brigade comes down. She's got to get it around. If she doesn't get it around, she's going to take a couple of these girls out. Oh, they've taken themselves out. It doesn't matter. Courtney Hancock manages to hold on. Massey's off. It looks like Danielle McKenzie, she's almost knocking another one of the girls off as well. Harriet Brown's done it easily, but that's the experience of Brown. She's won a couple of races in the lead up here, looked very, very strong. She didn't finish the summer last year with an injury, raced all summer, and then the last 2 rounds couldn't go around. She's won the series before. She's come second on a countback. She's experienced, one of the oldest in the field, and she is on fire. And Ali Bull in second despite the mistake. Lana Rogers will be kicking herself. She's better than that. She knows it. And if she doesn't win this race today, that is your reason why.
This is extraordinary. There's still confusion there.
Underneath the legs. Oh, one down. Have a look at that. That's Lily O'Sullivan there. So she just copped this. Lily O'Sullivan's copped a ski from Tiani Massey as they go in and around. And that is absolute carnage. And while these girls, they're bashing into each other, they're falling off, they're crashing all over the place. Harriet Brown's in clean water. She's got the rating up. She's nice and calm. And you can see that really good technique from her. Nice high hands as she paddles through. While the rest of the girls are getting hit, they're knocking each other off waves. And they're really doing it tough. As Rogers goes over there in the middle on the yellow. On her right-hand side, Danielle McKenzie, one of the Kiwi girls, and Harriet Brown will go up and over, but these girls, they've got something to deal with. Here comes a wave. They're going to lift the rating there. A couple stop, a couple go. Bull's over. It looks like Lizzie Wellborn. Danny McKenzie goes under. 1 or 2 roll. Lana Rogers manages to stay on. But what about Ali Bull, Lizzie Wellborn, and Danny McKenzie? They gutsed it out and they risked it all, and it has paid off. Unbelievable from those girls. They've done a fantastic job there. So it's Brown in 1, Ali Bull in 2, Lizzie Wellborn, the local girl. She races for the Newport Club now. She was born and bred at North Bondi. She knows this place just about better than anyone. She's in 3rd on the yellow ski. The dark blue ski, well, the world downwind ski paddling champion of Danielle McKenzie there. She's a Kiwi, fantastic competitor. Finished 4th last year, and she made herself known during the week that she wants better. She wants on the podium, and it is very, very tough to beat her on a ski. This is the chase pack here, actually. This is Lana Rogers on the front of that one, and Courtney Hancock's there as well, and some of these girls will be kicking themselves, but it's all about Lana Rogers' ability to let that go, let that mistake go, move on and get back to racing. When they finish this, we're only halfway through, plenty of time to make up that ground, but you don't want too many mistakes like that one.
The timing of that set was amazing, wasn't it? Harriet managed to get through before any of it broke, and then 3 or 4 big ones came in, and it's been a credit to the women behind her to stay in that bunch and just gather it up.
Unbelievable, really great from the 3 chase girls, fantastic. And sometimes it's about preparation, and sometimes you need a little bit of luck there, and you're not always going to get perfect timing on anything as they go around. You can see the girls starting to fight out the back. That's Brielle Cooper on the red ski working her way into it. But if you can have good preparation, you can have a little bit of luck and your focus stays on, that's how you win an Ironwoman series. And Harriet Brown's done it in the past, the 2018 champion. She knows what it takes to win at the top, sorry, the 2017 champion. She knows what it takes to win at the top level. She's a sports scientist herself, somebody who knows a lot about what it takes to be a champion here. A great competitor, the girl from Victoria, and she's up on the Gold Coast now. She's one of the most experienced in the field, and that experience is coming to the fore as Ali Bull pushes down one on the orange ski here. I think she'll come up and join her. So Harriet Brown, she looks over the shoulder there. She knows Ali Bull's coming along. She won't be too worried. She knows she can swim quicker than Ali Bull. What Ali Bull's got to do is jump on her feet, try and hang on, and use that toe around in the upcoming swim leg. We're at the halfway mark of EnduroSurf. Oh, Ali Bull's gone sideways again, and she's come off. This is uncharacteristic from Ali Bull. Maybe a little bit too much time on the flat water in the kayak, not enough time in the surf. She's only had a limited preparation, the wild card. So it's interesting to see her best leg is undoing her a little bit, a few mistakes, and Brown goes round. We'll start the clock, and they've been racing for 21 minutes so far. We've got another 21 minutes to go, and she still looks comfortable with those long legs. She'll get up and over this one, and Ali Bull, she's sucking in the big ones, isn't she? Doing it a little bit tougher than Harriet Brown, but she is racing above expectations without a shadow of a doubt. Here's the chase back here there. Brielle Cooper, Courtney Hancock, Lucy Derbyshire in the middle in the red, Tiani Massey and Lana Rogers. That is them left to right. On the next wave behind them, Maddie Spencer working her way into it. So is Lily O'Sullivan there. Bella Williams, her first ever race. Fantastic performance from her so far. Up and away, Britt Pierce there, and then Emma Woods on the far right-hand side. These girls, they're the second group on the third group, sorry, on the beach. So they've got plenty of work to do as they work their way around. They look like they're 10 through 15 there as Olivia Corrin in orange. She's on the tail in all the way down in 17th place.
So we're now entering the second half of the race. We're doing it all over again. So what you've just seen, you're going to see it again with all the excitement, all the variables, but so far Harriet Brown is staying well clear. We'll be back. Welcome back to this extraordinary race. Harriet Brown had a good lead into this second swim leg of the Enduro. And Josh, it was interesting. She missed an opportunity really to get a couple of big waves out the back. She kind of half got one of them.
Yeah, almost got down one. Swam too far in to get the other one. That's her in front. The group out the back has just packed up and they're all together there. A couple picked this up. Lana Rogers is back into second place. They've caught Ali Bull. We thought that might happen. And realistically, there's 20 seconds between third place and all the way back to 17th. The big losers out of that final ski leg were the two girls from Alexandra Headlands. Emma Woods and Taylor Halliday dropped 12 places each. They got smashed on the ski. They went back to 16th and 19th respectively. Lily Finardi got copped it as well, the girl from North Bondi. So they stand up. They know there's a little wave on offer. Danny McKenzie gets it. Lana Rogers gets it as well. We've got another one there on that, and Harriet Brown is on the beach. She is halfway done of this swim leg, just board and ski to go after this. She heads back out and around, takes a look at her competitors, and that gap is opening up. It was just 16 seconds when she headed into the swim. It's definitely more now. So it's opening up, and well, if these girls are going to make a move, it's going to have to come in the next two legs, in the swim or in that board leg, because once you get to the final leg there, Harriet Brown won't make mistakes. She's very, very good. They've got to catch her. They've got to go into that final leg side by side, and there's some very good ski paddlers here. Couple more pick one up. Ali Bull asks, and she does receive there. She got that wave, so she's having a day out. She's gotten waves in the swim twice, got waves on the board, and then a couple of mistakes on the ski as Lana Rogers comes up and around. Brielle Cooper's there in number 14, so she's working her way into this one very, very nicely, the former champion. Actually, the youngest ever champion in Ironwoman series history. She was only 18 years of age. The surf was huge for the entire series, and she relished it. Loved every moment of it. There's a wave on today, and it doesn't surprise me. She is right at the front end of this race. Harriet Brown, she is at the top of picture there, absolutely flying, and Candice Falzon's on the beach.
I'm here with Naomi Flood, former Nutri-Grain IronWoman champion and dual Olympian. She's now the coach of Harriet Brown. What did you say to Harriet before today's race?
Oh, Harriet's a little bit struggling this week. She raced last week, but here and had a win, and I just said, let's just ride on the confidence. She's done the work. She's got the race experience. She's one of the toughest girls I know. She always turns up and gives 100%. So she's been lucky today that she got back in there in that in the board leg, but she has the experience, so hopefully she can hang on from here.
And what makes Harriet so special?
She's just dedicated to her sport. She loves everything about the sport. She loves what Surf Life Saving offers and loves getting down there working hard with the girls and loves getting the best out of herself, pushing, and getting the rewards like this is awesome. It's what she deserves.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
One of the greats of surf sports, Naomi Flood, and well, she's got 6 girls in this race there as a coach. So it's tough for Floody here because she's got girls out in front like Harriet Brown, and then if some of the girls don't go so well, it's either tears or champagne for her every day. Harriet Brown turns that can for the final time. She'll be looking for a wave.
And a couple of times there on the swim legs, they've been swept well wide of that can. They have to do a lot of extra work to get back around there.
Spot on. They're getting taken by that rip. We can see them. They get pushed across to the right-hand side of your screen at the moment. That's why it seems like these girls are swimming back onto each other, because the girls heading out are using the rip. They're trying to get pushed out to sea, and then the girls coming back are trying to avoid it. As one stands up for Harriet Brown, this could be a key moment here if she can get down this. She pushes one hand. Can she go over the top? No, she doesn't. Just like that, she misses it. So Harriet Brown, she knows what it takes to win races. She's had 4 race wins in the IronWoman series before, but to be completely honest, she's always been the bridesmaid. Nobody's ever had more second place finishes than Harriet Brown. 10 race second places. She lost an IronWoman series on a count back in the past. Nobody's been more unlucky, but she continues to work hard. She continues to put her foot on the line and really show what she's made of here. This little one will stand up for her. Great swimming technique. She comes from a swimming background in Victoria, grew up down on the surf coast there. She'll pick this up, puts the head down. Great body serving skills there. That's all kick, and for the kids watching at home, that is pure perfection. That's how you do it. She knew if she pulled her head up for a breath there, the hips would have dropped, the tail would have gone out the back, and she would have lost that one, but she didn't. She fought the whole way, and that little push will help her as she finishes the swim, the final swim leg for EnduroSurf in round 1, and well, the rest of the pack working very, very hard. And once again, Lana Rogers in yellow, Courtney Hancock on the right in the pink cap, behind her in pink, Brielle Cooper there working very, very hard as well. Lizzie Wellborn on the far right-hand side. So it'll be interesting to see how she handles this upcoming board leg. She might be, well, she is the best board paddler in the field, and expect her to take ground off Harriet Brown, but it won't be much, and it's a big gap. So we start the clock. She goes into the final board leg, board and ski to go. We're about 30 minutes down at this point. Each leg roughly sort of that 8-minute mark, or 7.5, 8-minute mark. So if this girl can hang on for 15 more minutes, she will be our round 1 champion. But there's a lot of racing to go between now and then, Bill, and there's not a lot of waves on offer for these girls.
He also plays the violin, Harriet. Among all the skills you've talked about, there are still more to her bow. But still, look at this. They're packing up now. They're getting a few waves, so it'll be a big chasing bunch all together as they hit the beach.
A woman of many talents, that is for sure, and one of the nicest girls you will ever see. Someone surfed that the whole way to the beach, beached it, and stands up. Who is that as she goes up and around? That's Naomi Scott. So our early leader, who's gone all the way to the back of the field, worked her way back through. She's a fantastic swimmer out of the Manly club there. So Mitch Roberts, Cam Coughlin coaching there, trains alongside Kendrick Louie and a couple of the best in the business there. Brielle Cooper, Courtney Hancock goes around. Lana Rogers is there as well. Hannah Scully, who was in last place at one point, number 17 there. Hannah Scully was in last place. She's worked her way back into 5th, and board is her best leg. So huge from Scully. So behind Rogers, it's Wellborn, McKenzie. Bella Williams is still there. Tiani Massey dropped 4 spots into 10th place. Woods, Corrin, Ali Bull, Derbyshire back into 14th. And Bill, it's 1 minute you're in the front, 1 minute you're at the back. It is so unpredictable here. That's what we love to see about this. It is unbelievable.
An extraordinary race. We'll come back and we'll give you a better idea of who's been up and down, but still a lot more to play out here at Bondi. Nutri-Grain IronWoman, round one, the Enduro. And look at Harriet Brown. She's literally facing her opponents here as she comes for the second phase of the board leg in the final round of disciplines in the Enduro. So she's had a good look at what she's up against, but she got a good wave in her run to the beach, and she's been holding that lead.
Been very, very strong from her there. We take a look. Brielle Cooper, Naomi Scott with the pink, Lizzie Wellborn on the yellow there, Hannah Scully green, the pink on the outside. That's Lana Rogers as they go in and around, and expect Wellborn to really chase here. Courtney Hancock's there as well. Wellborn on the yellow board, she will go very, very hard. There's Danny McKenzie on the right, and Bella Williams in her first ever race in the IronWoman series. She was a late call-up just this week, and maybe no experience, no lead-up's been good for her, no pressure at all. There's Tiani Massey and Emma Woods, a couple of our early leaders. Olivia Corrin from New Zealand. She's from Midway in New Zealand. There's Ali Bull. Expect big moves from her in the ski leg. Maddie Spencer behind her, the local Sydney girl, will go in. She's a great board paddler. There's Lily O'Sullivan, her first ever race, and we saw her. She was battered and bruised on the opening ski leg, but she's doing a very, very good job. Behind her, Halliday, Pierce, Finardi, and Gemma Smith is not having the race that she wants in 20th place. Another one of those girls trying to go to the Olympics, Gemma Smith in the kayaking. So hopefully she can catch up on that final ski leg. But Brown out in front. She'll turn for the final time on the board and just the ski leg to go. But she has a massive lead at the moment. She's won a couple races in the lead up to this IronWoman series. Looked very, very strong. And she was a bit of a dark horse heading into this. Nobody was talking about her because she was injured last year, missed the final 2 rounds. She hadn't had a great season, and what a shot. The chasers are heading out, and that's Lizzie Wellborn going very hard. Harriet Brown looks over her shoulder. That wave gets underneath her. She just makes a good adjustment there, picks one up, ask and you shall receive. Harriet Brown gets a wave, and there is no better feeling in surf sports than heading in, getting a wave, and watching your rivals all crash through it on the way out. Unbelievable from Harriet Brown, and she knows this is her race to lose.
Oh, look at this. Nice deep breaths, little breather here. She gets back to the beach, of course, as you said, the ski leg, but it is the most technical, and these waves are getting more and more tricky. You cannot read these sets easily.
You're spot on there. We saw a couple girls in the top 4 there, and they go from 4th all the way to the back. And Candice, she's on the beach. How's Harriet looking as she goes up and through transition?
I've never seen Harriet look so composed and in control. She looks fantastic. She's just going through the arch now, and the great thing about having a lead like this, she can be a little bit selective on her way in on the ski leg. She doesn't necessarily have to go down the big waves. It's now about just being smart. She's got a big enough lead, but we know in surf life saving and in conditions like this, it's not over until you finish, you cross that finish line.
That is spot on there. It is not over because these 5 girls are chasing. It's Wellborn, Rogers, Scully, Courtney Hancock, Brielle Cooper on the outside. You can see the urgency. They're not racing for second place. They know there's still a chance in this one. Wellborn goes up and around. They're number 3. Have a look at Lana Rogers go there. Have a look at Hannah Scully. Wow, what a transition from her. She puts the jets on, and after being in 20th place at one point, these girls are very determined. Hancock there, she's the second of the girls in pink. So's Brielle Cooper just behind her, and the gap's 40 seconds. In IronWoman racing terms, that is huge. It's the length of the straight. So this is genuinely Harriet Brown's race to lose. But if there's a leg where it can all go sideways, this is it. You lose your ski early on, and you've got to go all the way back to the beach. It can take you from first all the way down to last as Danielle McKenzie works her way through. She's in 8th place. She's 1 minute and 4 seconds down on our leader. Watch that gap close up ever so slightly. Bella Williams comes through as well. She is having a fantastic race, the girl from Swansea Belmont in the Newcastle region up there.
I think Harriet had a pretty good run out, Josh, and now it'll be interesting to see how much the others, the chasers, have to deal with, because they really need some help.
And it's a twofold thing. If Harriet gets a wave on the way home, that means the girls are negotiating that wave on the way out. So your lead can double and triple, and likewise it can close, especially in this M shape. If Harriet gets hit, that means the girls are getting waves. So we're not over at the moment, but she looks very, very strong. Great technique there. You can see plenty of leg drive She can see her legs moving back and forth, using the whole body. More muscles means more power. That it's not just the arms, it's about getting your legs driving up through your core, up into the arms. She slows down because she knows there's a wave coming and she doesn't want something too big, too scary. Puts the power down at the right time. You'll watch that nose dip forward as she gets underneath it, and this is a good one. This is the kind of wave you want. She should be able to handle this one, a girl of her experience, but she will concentrate no matter what the whole way to the beach. As that wave starts to break, she'll pick the rating up, get the ski out in front of the white water and make sure she makes no mistakes. And wow, if you wanted something in a final leg, this is the kind of wave. She gets down, it looks very, very comfortable and heads into the final leg here. For the final time, Harriet Brown is in the lead. Oh, just going sideways there. Oh no! And just like that goes off and the door opens again. And I thought she was going to handle it, but she's in waist-depth water there, and maybe pressure's a funny thing. Normally she would have rode that one to the beach with no worries, but is the race playing over in her head? She knows she's close to getting it.
She was trying to avoid that little wave that was slowing up in front of her too, and they just came together. That was the tricky part, and it just goes to show it doesn't take too much to unseat you, literally. And we saw a number of those situations in the previous ski leg, but it looks like she's still got a fair break.
That's exactly right there. The crowds are loving it there, and Candice Falzon down on the beach, and they must be enjoying this kind of show.
Oh, the crowd is just buzzing down here, and we see Harriet Brown going out now. We do have a few waves coming through, so that may hold her up a little bit and bring Lana Rogers into play. So, like I said earlier, this is not over, and it's such exciting racing.
Thank you for that, Candice. The girls are on the beach. Hannah Scully in and around. Lana Rogers just behind her, Lizzie Wellborn there, and Brielle Cooper. So this is the group in second. Harriet Brown's being hit on the outside, and these four girls are chasing. There's spots on the podium. Courtney Hancock's still there as well as she heads around that turning flag. Just behind her, maybe Naomi Scott. So these girls are still in this one, but they've got plenty of work to do. There's Danielle McKenzie, the Kiwi, one of the former world ski race champions. So watch for her to try and catch a few. Where is Ali Bull? There she is in the orange in the background, working very hard. And Harriet Brown, like you said, Bill, has been hit by a few, but she's done a great job to negotiate that. She's out in the green water and working her way to that turning cam.
Last time out through the break, and also the last time in, so they're going to get one more chance. If they're going to get that freakish wave to get themselves in the game, it's got to be this time.
It's now or never, that's for sure. The two wild cards, Ali Bull and Olivia Corrin goes round. There is Emma Woods. So had a great start, but hurt very much during this race, and I think that broken wrist a few weeks ago will be hurting her. We'll see how she finishes up there. She is sitting around that 11th, 12th, 13th place, and Brown turns for home for the final time. She lifts the rating and knows that it is within reach. Round one of the Nutri-Grain IronWoman series. Harriet Brown's doing a fantastic job here, and she has just gone from strength to strength. She got a gap. She started to stretch it as Rogers in second, Lizzie Wellborn there, Hannah Scully, Brielle Cooper. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the background. This race isn't over. There could be drama to happen now, but if Harriet Brown can get a small one, ride it all the way to the beach, I guarantee, she looks around, stops. There might be a few waves coming here, and she knows she needs to pick the right one. She's got a buffer. A wave too big can send her from first all the way to the back of the pack, and she doesn't want that. She decides this is the go, picks that little wave, starts to run down it. It's a small one, it's a safe one, and she just, this could be it. Make sure skills are on point, Harriet Brown. It breaks, pushes her from behind. She does a very, very good job, rides it all the way through, and in 2022, Harriet Brown is going to start the summer in a very, very strong way. Unbelievable from her. But here's the race for second place, and these girls are going to take risks, don't you worry. Lana Rogers closest to us, Lizzie Wellborn, the local girl behind, tries to push over. Brielle Cooper in the red, Danny McKenzie coming, and Hannah Scully's there as well, so don't you worry. I think we're in for a sprint up the beach. No, Rogers gets one. Rogers gets one. So that will be second place at the podium, but don't worry about that. High fives all round for Harriet Brown. She moved from Victoria to Queensland to chase her dream, and it's all coming to pay today. Harriet Brown is your round one champion. Unbelievable stuff from the girl from Northcliffe. A huge win, and what a way to start her summer.
Oh, what a finish. Naomi Flood, her coach, said it to Candice Warner that she wasn't sure how she'd come up just 1 week after that win. Well, physically, she looks terrific.
Terrific. And Lana Rogers, she'll be kicking herself after the mistake, but that doesn't matter. She'll finish in second. Her series hopes stay alive. Huge from Lana Rogers as she goes around. Now the race for third. Hannah Scully, all smiles as she gets up and onto the podium there. Huge. Lizzie Wellborn in fourth. High fives to the teammates there. Brielle Cooper finishes in fifth. Danielle McKenzie and Courtney Hancock, the race for sixth and seventh. I think McKenzie will get there. Yes, she will. Danielle McKenzie finishes in sixth place. Hancock in seventh. Very, very good. Naomi Scott in eighth place there. So unbelievable from these top 8 girls. These are the ones to watch all summer. Don't you worry about that. And what a way to kick things off.
Extraordinary finish. So much going on in that first enduro, and we've still got the Iron Men to come. The Nutri-Grain series, more after this.
I'm down here with Harriet Brown, the round 1 winner. Harriet, how good was that?
I'm so happy with that, Candice. It was really hard out there. I kind of pulled away early, and then I was just so nervous the whole way through, thinking that they might catch me.
You say you're nervous. How could you possibly be nervous? You wear number 10, but everyone knows that you should really have number 1 on your swimming costume.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, last year was a pretty tough year. With injury, I didn't end up getting to finish the series, so just been a long process of rehab, and it is just so nice to be back racing, and to race well makes all that hard work feel a lot more worth it.
You've got 2 more rounds tomorrow and Sunday. How are you going to back up for tomorrow's race?
Well, it's going to be tough, certainly, but I think everyone is in the same position. For me, it's all about the simple stuff: sleep, eating well, and recovery and rest. So I think that that's all I can do for now, and just hope for the best tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Harriet. So well deserved. And go ahead and do what you need to do to prepare for tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks, Candice.